Hello everybody, today I wanted to make a video about optimizing the controls for when you're playing handheld with Street Fighter 6. Now I know I'm not showing you really how to do it with your hands because I'm directly capturing the game right now. But I'm trying to do this because this is the easiest way for you to notice the inputs as well. So at the start, I started playing with a stick, which was fine. I was able to do all my combos normally, and to be honest, sometimes I was even able to do it better than the D-pad. But the problem with the analog stick that you have on the Switch is not really anything like drift and stuff like this. It's mostly that your thumb is going to get exhausted way faster than when you're trying to play on a D-pad. So the solution to this for me was to change to modern controls. Now I know you may be thinking this is scrap take, whatever. This is only for portable mode so you can enjoy the game. Because when you are docked, like I'm now, you don't really have to do this. You can just play normally with all your peripherals. But I think it is important to put here something that mostly first will work for everybody, because a lot of new people are interested now with Street Fighter 6, and because the console itself doesn't have a proper D-pad in order to be able to work this, because the buttons that it has on the joystick is not really the best. You can miss very easily inputs on that. So yeah, let's go now directly and start talking about how I have configured my buttons. So the philosophy that I have done is mostly based on games like anime games. So you have like square, triangle, and circle is your attacks. And I have moved the special attack to be on the shoulder button, the R1. And you can see the switch buttons here. So I'm just saying the names on PlayStation because that's how my mind works. I just see PlayStation inputs all everywhere. So for the drive party, I have put it on ZL or R2. And the drive impact, I have selected it to put it on B or X for PlayStation buttons, which is the place where you can easily, at any point when you're doing any attack, you can put it with the end of your thumb. You can do it and you can easily press it. Like when you're pressing with your thumb on a button, with the back of your thumb, you can kind of press way faster the drive impact. Because you will be using the assist combos many times, because I saw that they don't really have scaling. That's probably something for balance, for people to be able to use this configuration. And the auto combos are important to have them on. You don't have to do them all the time, but they are important to be there. If you want to do specific, you know you're going to do specific amount of damage with ease. So you can use that on L1. And this is just something I have used because I have put it there. I don't really use that, but I have just put it there just to be there. Never really gonna use it. I have put the special move just to be instant. I like to have the instant because some characters have instant moves that can be anti-air and stuff like this, especially Mai, that she has the anti-air attack. I have done it so many times that you can just like someone jumps in instead of you trying to do the whole, like, you're probably not gonna do that in time on the Switch. So you just have it ready and poof. I have done it in a couple of matches already like this. And to be honest, it's pretty cool that you can just use the Joy-Con button, the D-pad part, and you can just do the thing here. I think the modern controls can work very well on the Switch, and it's funny that this console didn't even exist when they made these controls. But I think it's important to understand. And this is pretty much like if you saw other videos that I was doing, this was kind of the combo that I was always like kind of trying to pull off. This combo that you see right here. And when you kind of get it in your head that like now instead of your quarter circle, you just do 2 buttons and you have like a button combination that you can have your EX attack or like normally how you do this. You have to adjust a little bit in your head because some things, especially like when you're guarding and you feel like you can do something instantly, like a fireball, you have to go to neutral, and in your head it might not be instant that you can do this. But I believe these buttons are just way better, especially when I told you like when you have a situation. Especially I really like how I have placed the drive impact. Because it is one of the most important things that happens in this game, to be able to reverse it, like you're doing this and then you're ready immediately to just press the B button here or the X button on PlayStation to be able to to properly do this, and everything works fine. Like you can do your rush scenes. You can do your, if you want, you could totally still do motion moves, but some moves and some normals are locked behind the auto key. So there is something like this, for example, as well. Like normally the heavy attack is only this, but if you use the auto attack and the heavy key, you get this one. So it gets kind of weird. Instead of using the direction of the button, you have to kind of use this. But in the end, I don't really think it's a bad thing. I don't really think that it's a bad thing. And I like that you have the option to do this. I mean, of course, I usually just prefer to do my combos on my own and not really rely on like auto combos and stuff. But I just think that if you want to have fun, if you want to go online, right now there is nothing that you can use for a D-pad replacement on the Switch 2. And I don't think it's going to be coming anytime soon, because if there was, there would be already on launch by Hori. But they don't have anything yet because the Joy-Con right now is way more complex than it used to be. So for that reason, we are going to have to just wait for a proper D-pad replacement. But again, I don't think this button configuration is bad, and I don't think playing on modern controls is bad at all. I use my arcade stick all the time, I use my levelers all the time, but when you want to be portable, when you just have this thing on your hands and you don't have anything else, like, or space to be able to play tabletop with your Pro controller or any other controller that you want to use, this is a fine choice to still go online and experience some fun moments, because this game is really fun. I just love. I keep playing online all day, and it's just fantastic. Like, I've been doing a lot of test videos. If you wanna watch more of that, but specifically here, I'm just like really love this game, and finally we see this with a proper handheld release, because the Steam Deck version was not bad, but the Steam Deck version had issues that sometimes you will just get random issues with the network and stuff like this. But here, nothing really. The only issue I had was on the first month that I ever queued on this console, that it would put me on some weird, I don't know, probably different region. And because it was a different region, there was kind of an issue. So that kind of stuff. And sometimes that can be problematic or not. But yeah, that is pretty much the configuration I have here. And something else, if you have a Pro controller, the Pro Controller 2 from the Switch 2, I love that you can do this. You can just keep pressing the home button and you get this menu here that you have the grip L and grip R buttons, where you can just put instantly which button you want. And when I'm pressing the grip button now, I can just hold it there instead of pressing L1 if I want. And I can just do the auto combo kind of thing. or I have the drive impact on the other. I was just still testing stuff like this, but I think it's cool to have like options. And this Pro controller, actually, the D-pad is very good for Street Fighter. I'm not gonna say it's the best because I don't think anything can surpass the D-pad from the PlayStation 4 right now. But this is very good. And I know you're gonna see it and you're gonna think that this D-pad is exactly the same because it looks exactly the same like the Switch one. I'm not a seal, I'm not a fanboy, I don't care what you believe, but personally, I think that this is a very good D-pad for fighting games. I don't think this is a very good D-pad for playing platformers because you see that how easily you can just move around this kind of movement. You still kind of have the same wiggle. But when I'm trying to go to do, usually, what was the problem? When you were pushing a little bit the D-pad, you will get up very easily. You will get the up input, which is on fighting games, this is like a death sentence. You do this randomly and then like you're dead. Someone's just gonna do anti-air, they're gonna do a combo, and you're dead. But on this, it feels like the diagonals, when you're doing motion inputs, they don't really get too hectic. So like you get the diagonal, but you don't get the other diagonal if you don't really push it upwards. Like if you understand where is the button and where you have to stop, I never had even one miss input in this game. So yeah, that is pretty much it. This is a bit of a lengthy video. I don't know why it turned out so big, but yeah, this is it. This is Street Fighter 6, and yeah, hope you enjoy. See you next time.